What's up, guys? Jaden here. Welcome back to another episode. And in today's episode, what I think I'll be going through will be the mobile mockup for the website that we are working on. So if you're new to the series, if you're not sure what this is about, I'm basically going through a marketing project from scratch. And if you want to get more context, you want to know what's the details, please watch from episode 1 where we go through exactly what happens when we take on a marketing campaign. With the previous episodes, we have worked on a desktop version of the site, but in today's episode, I'll be working on the mobile version of the site, and then we'll probably have to develop the site. And so, yeah, let's just get started. This is the current kind of like mockup that we have. And what we'll be doing is we'll be creating a similar mockup for a mobile version. So I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to go back, look at the mobile layout, and I'm going to paste it in here just so I have a little bit of context about the mobile layout. So for this mobile layout, firstly, I'm just going to mimic whatever it is here so that we don't have to do a lot of shifting work. So I'm going to look for a header. And if you're new, right, we are doing this free flow. This is basically like depending on what I find, depending on, I go through the research with you live as well. So it's very much free flow. So the header that we have is it's going to be like that. Yeah, I think I like this because I can switch this out for a button, and then yeah, so I'm probably going to go with this as the menu. So I'm just going to copy and paste here, and then here will be the main header, the hero section. So we'll need to have something of like a words and a button, and then also some place for us to showcase our features. So I'm going to look for something that is similar, and so we don't need images here. Now we don't need this. Let's see. So there isn't much for us to choose from in terms of the header. Let me go and take a look at some other examples. Okay, probably not features. Yeah, there isn't much examples that I can see here. Let me take form, not really form. Yeah, so we're gonna have to DIY a little bit here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna for something that is close enough. It's something that is close enough, and then 2 buttons, but I only have 1 call to action. So, right, yeah, I only have 1 call to action. So I want to that consistent. This one has 2 call to action. Well, this one could work, actually. So probably something like this. Okay. And then what we can have is we can have like this section here, kind of the reason why. I think instead of that, maybe we have a slider, like something that can slide over this section. If not, then we can just hide this section, which I don't want to because it's kind of like a feature that I want to highlight. Let's see if there's any that I can find that works. Okay, this one seems decent actually. Okay, I think, hang on a minute. So we have ones here for kind of the benefits. Oh no, these are the packages, right? Yeah, so these are the packages. Let's think about this. So yeah, I think we can go with, yeah, I'm gonna see. So I think I'm gonna go with something of a feature. There's something like this. But it's probably like I don't need all of this actually. I just need this section here. Yeah, like something like that. Really simple. Something like this. I don't need to have the button. Yeah, I think this one it's the one that it's closest. Either this or this. I think this will probably be better. So I'm gonna do something like that. But this is way too long because what we are gonna do is we're gonna transform this to something like this, right? And so we don't need the text here. We also don't need this header here, which means this can be shorter. Yeah, it probably can be shorter. Yeah, so we're gonna do something like that. Yeah, so this can be gone. Yeah, probably something like this, where we can transform this to this, where it's only 3 features. So we're gonna have to cancel that and have just 3. Okay, and then here will be the packages, right? So we need to look for something that is suitable. Earlier on, I saw, yeah, something like this. Yeah, this will be really good because then we can have like starting from how much and then what's included. Yeah, let's see if there's any. Yeah, I think that's the kind of like the best way I want to show a quick overview of what is included in the packages. I'm gonna copy this and then we're gonna go here. We're gonna go paste it in. All right, so there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can easily make this 6 actually. but that might be too long because, okay, let me go and see if there's any, because what is going on in my mind right now is if I were to duplicate this, so now there's two, right? But we have like multiple packages. So if I were to make this, if I were to double, let's say if I were to do this, right? Okay, and then it's going to be quite long, which I'm not sure if I want to. So I'm going to look for something that maybe it's a slider. Maybe we'll see what I find. Yeah, because this might be a little bit too long. Maybe something like this. Let's see. Maybe something like this, but they can slide. Okay, this could also work actually. Individual services, individual packages, and then they can just slide, right? Okay, I'm gonna copy this for now first. See, yeah, there isn't, yeah, definitely not a context. So maybe the pricing part here, maybe this, or yeah, something like this without the button actually. Well, actually, the button works as well, because each individual button can be linked to the page, right? So see more info, because we have this section here, right? So I probably want to, so we're gonna do without this. I'm going to, I think I'm gonna do, where is it? The pricing tab. Yeah, so I'm gonna do something like this. Yeah, and then what? No, what the hell's going on? Yeah. So something like that, right? And then I'm gonna have to somehow change this to this. So probably here will be a button, and then the icon can be on top. Yeah, and then this, instead of the price, I think I'll put yeah. Okay, so I feel like I should explain this part. So what I'm trying to do, right, is when I'm building a site, I'm usually thinking, not just about the design. Obviously, the design is important, but I'm also thinking about how to improve the overall performance of the site. So one of it is in terms of like page speed. So as we build the website out, right, as we develop the website, all these little icons, these tags, these colors, whatever kind of animations the site has, in order for the animation to happen, or in order for the site to load, there's going to be code, right? That's how a website loads. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to utilize as little resources as much as possible to translate from the desktop version to the mobile version. And the reason why is because I want to use the least amount of resources as much as possible for the website to load. And the reason being, the more resources it requires, the longer it will take to load because of how much resources it has. Hence, it will more likely impact the performance speed. So what do I mean? So let me give you an example, right? So if let's say, we're just designing this section, okay? So I'm going to take this section as an example. So, this section, we have like, all these icons, these header text, and then this text here, right? And then obviously like this box. So all these will be coded, right? All these are codes. And this is for the desktop version. Now, if we want the mobile version and we create something that is totally different from this layout. So for example, if let's just take, for example, instead of this here, for the mobile version, we want it to be something like this, right? So this means that, it's an image, and then there is the dollar, and then there's all these symbols here, and basically whatever that you see here, right, the button, the total, and all this. So because we cannot replicate this and kind of use the same elements to have the same kind of design, because you can see here, this is image, right? This is an image icon. We don't have we have a symbol. We have a symbol icon here, but we don't have a kind of like an image icon. If we want to, we can use that as well, but it will be like the design will be different, right? And you can see here, there's a button below, and then we don't have a button below here, right? So this means that if we were to have a different mobile version, we'll need to create this from the scratch, which means during the desktop version, this will show, this will be hidden. And then during the mobile version, this will show, this will be hidden. However, these two codes, this one and this one, right? The code that is required for like all these little elements here and these elements here, regardless of whether if it's on desktop, mobile, or tablet, the code will be on the website. And hence, even if you are loading, even if the website is loading on a mobile, the desktop resources will also be on the page as well. And there's some technical elements to it, like we can choose not to let that code load and things like that, but the code will be on the site, right? So that's why, like, as much as I can, I want to be able to duplicate the same elements I'm using on desktop to mobile, because this way I'm not adding in additional resources that I don't need, right? So there's kind of like a line. And obviously, like, if design is the only aspect, like if we just want the website to be design focused, then and not really care about the performance of the site, then all this doesn't matter, because we can just create whatever kind of website that we want according to whatever design that we want. But when I'm looking at the site, I'm not just looking at the site in terms of design, I'm looking at the site in terms of performance, right? And all these are small little things that I consider because I know how it can affect the loading speed of the entire site. So hopefully that makes sense. And this is what's going through my mind. And, I just figured that I have to explain this part up, because if not, you guys are just looking at me selecting like different styles and different mockups. So hopefully that makes sense, right? So as you can see here, even like this section here to this section here, right? When I'm developing the site, I kind of know this is the element or this is the rough design that I want, but I will, as much as I can, do not want to add in additional resources, meaning I don't want to create a brand new section just for this page, right? I want to use as much as possible the same elements. Yeah, so that's why like I am seeing, like, for example, this is a dollar sign, right? So instead of the dollar sign, I can put like this main header, and then this section here, this small header, I can maybe put it as the icon, and then below it's kind of like the writings here. And then if let's say this has a button, right, then maybe I want to include like a button here as well. So I'm utilizing elements that I can show for both desktop and mobile. It's just that how the elements are shown is different, but they are using the same elements. Yeah. And so guys, you can see, like, because all these things are kind of going through as I am, I'm literally walking you through live in terms of what I do and how I think about things. So there are some times when I am, applying certain stuff and I am busy either researching or applying, and I don't narrate my thoughts out. So if you have any kind of questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. So I will be more aware of, even simple things like this, because I feel like if not, you're just watching me selecting a bunch of templates without knowing the reason why I'm doing certain things. So let's continue. So this section here is going to be a testimonial. So testimonial like this is going to be quite simple. I'm going to go to the testimonial section here. I saw a testimonial. Yeah. So something like this. Okay. And yeah, it's probably going to be, I don't have an image. So again, I'm trying to use the same principles earlier on, right? So I'm not going to have an image. I'm going to have this and the person, and probably I don't even know whether I want to have a lot of testimonials showing up. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I maybe do without this as well. Yeah, okay, and then here we go. So it's all going to be text. I don't need next. Yeah, something like this. This is the most straightforward. Yep, we're going to do that. These are the things that I look at when I'm designing a website and when I work on a website in terms of like from a performance perspective. So it has worked so far. And a lot of times when you see the sites, this is actually, I would say, this is actually, as compared to a lot of sites that I work on, this is considered kind of like the benchmark. So let's see, what do we have here? What's this? Oh, so this is about the company section. So we have an image. So it's probably going to be an image on top, and then all these headers and then the subheaders below. So let's see if you can find some elements that's like that. So image on top and then all these subheaders below. So something like this. Yeah. So let's see. Image on top. Yeah. So something like this. Definitely this is the one I did. Yeah. I don't want to spend too much time because, we just want to improve the current site. We're not going for perfection here. And, in terms of perfection, what we would do is obviously we will hire a web design or a company that specializes in creating websites that convert when we have the budget or when they have the budget. But as of right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to improve the site from the current stage we are in, right? So the current site is definitely like, all this is going to be better than the current site. I know for sure because, we have done a lot of projects like this. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is for this, we're going to have the testimonial on top and then the form below, right? Yeah, testimonial on top, form below. So let's go to the form section. Where's the contact? Yeah, so here, probably something like this. Nah, I need to show, yeah. So I want to have a testimonial first, right? Let's see. So testimonial is in this color, it's in white background. So okay, probably something like this, probably. And then I'm gonna have this, yeah, this form with with the call to action. So yeah, it's somewhere, let's see, maybe something like, actually, this is good. Yeah, I'm going to take this instead. You can see here, I'm just trying to like, all these are kind of like Lego pieces. And you can delete this section here. Actually, this whole section is not required. Oops. Yeah. So let's see if I can cut all of this out. And I cut all of this out. Oops. And then we just move. Oops. And we just, okay. Then we just move. How do I control? Yeah, then we just move this here, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the same. And then the footer is not really important. Let's just choose let's just choose one that is simple. So the footer I don't really mind that much. Yeah, so that's about, how we create the mobile kind of like mock-up. And then the next stage will be, we'll be essentially going in and developing the site. So I want to choose like a simple, probably something like that, or something like this. Yeah, let's just go with this. Something that is really simple. Yeah. Yep. The icons are here, icons are here. Yeah, the footer is not really that important for me, at least now. Yeah, so we have the desktop version ready, we have the mobile version ready. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to develop the site. Once the site is developed, then we will go into like kind of like optimizing, the on-page, the content and stuff like that for each individual pages. So this is just for the homepage. So what I am probably going to do is I'm going to do the design for the main important pages, which is like the services page. Yeah, so this is for the homepage. I'm going to do the same for the service page, the blog pages. Yeah, the individual blog pages. And then this archive is not really that important. So I'm going to do that. I'm not sure if I want to do that live as another episode, because it's going to be kind of like the same elements. I'm going through like the same concepts. But yeah, I'm not sure if you want to see something like that. If you do, let me know. If not, then I think I'll just be creating it and then developing it and then showing it once it's done. So yeah, that's about it for this episode. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you like the video, please help me to click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed, if you've watched until here and you've not subscribed, kindly press the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 followers. And yeah, if you feel that this is helpful, please feel free to share with a friend of yours. And that's it for this video. Cheers.